Hi everybody, and welcome to Jacqueline Ann Designs, and welcome to my floss tube. This is floss tube number 6. Today's date is May the 4th of 2025, and so I thought I would come on and kind of tell you where I've progressed and where I haven't, and what my upcoming plans are as far as my stitching. And also for this channel, and in particular my floss tube presentations, and what is that's going to all encompass, and how I'm going to do that. So that anyway, we'll talk about that as we go. As a matter of fact, let's just get that part over with. Basically, I have not had a. This is just going to be a regular floss tube this time. But I have got a lot of hand stitching projects going, and they're not all cross stitch, to the point I got myself so overwhelmed. I don't think I'm going to be quite a monogamous stitcher. You're going to see I'm going to keep quite a stack of ongoing projects when it comes to any cross stitch, and but there's always going to be 3, maybe 4, those are the primary ones I'm working on. Another one that's not finished will we'll jump forward, and I'll get another one started again. It's kind of how I'm thinking. But there'll always be 3 or 4 that are my primary pieces that I'm working on. And we'll talk about that. I think it'll just develop as it goes. I won't know exactly which ones are going to be my primary stitches until I just suddenly am enjoying them enough to do them. And that's kind of the attitude that I'm going to take. Like, there's one that I've been working on ever since I got for several months now, and I just have not had any desire to get back into it. I don't like it. I don't like the picture. And I'll tell you more about it when we get to it and what my plans are for it. Now you're going to hear my dog here. She's kind of demanding that we play ball, and we're not going to do that while I'm filming. So you may hear her and even see her trying to put the ball in my hand, on my shoulder, wherever it is she decides to put it at that particular time. And even the ball squeaking. So my apologies, but this is in my home. So, and I am really excited. It's not cross-stitch piece yet. But I have something that's so I'm finally not going to have a blank wall behind me every time I come on to talk to y'all. So that is going to be a good one. So without further ado, one of the very first things I want to talk about, and I briefly did touch on it in another video, I've talked about my eye problems and how my stitching, unless if I did anything more than about a 14 count Aida cloth, it was just turning out kind of messy. I wasn't happy. I wasn't going to work on them until I had my eye surgery. Yada, yada, yada. Which is, because I'm not going to have that done until I get some other medical bills paid off. So what can I do in the meanwhile when it comes to my stitching? I tried, because my glasses are kind of useless right now. They no longer work for my vision. So I saw another stitcher on YouTube, wearing some of these jewelers glasses. I guess is what you would call them, jeweler's glasses. Let me show you. These are a game changer. If you are having issues with the size of your stitching, it may be something. It may not work for everyone, but I'm telling you, I don't know with what's happening in trade and everything right now. I don't know if what's happening with these. I went on Amazon, and there were still some available. So, but when you look, I don't know, if they'll sell out or what. But they're jeweler's glasses. Mine were $29 and some change. A couple months ago, I got them, and game changer. They have been a game changer for me. I am not joking with y'all. They can come with different magnifying levels in the lenses. I think in average, they all kind of were the same in that realm as to what magnification it started with. But do some research, especially if you're a person that has worn reading glasses and you kind of know what a magnification, you understand the magnification system a little bit more, because I went into it. I've worn regular glasses, never any reading glasses. And, but I think they started at 2.5 times magnification and went up to 3.5 times magnification. And then there were multiple, I think mine had 7 sets of these lenses for different levels in between there. So, and I ended up somewhere in the middle on that. But basically, now right now my little light here is burnt out because I forgot to charge it. It's not burnt out. It needs charged. But it's quite a bright light that's on this one, and you can adjust the light, see? And then this is adjustable. So you can do a lot of adjusting to get both the glasses where you need them to be and the light where you need it to be. I've been quite happy with that. The only thing I will say is this padding here on the nose piece. After about 10 minutes, I have to take it off and put it on my head a little bit. And what I have found is I seem to make it through okay. If every time I need to change a thread out or do anything, I just take it for a minute and don't just lift this up. I just put the whole thing on top of my head like this. And then I change my thread out. And by that time, my nose is okay again. But I'm going to tell you that you can go to any optometry or, a place where they sell glasses. And they may even have them in some places that just sell sunglasses. I don't know. But Walmart, I've seen them in their little area. They have a lot of Walmarts here in the United States have got a place where you can go take your prescription in and order a set of prescription glasses. And they have little things to go with them for sale in there. And for under $1, they've got these gelled nose pads. And I keep meaning to go get some. And every time I have the opportunity to go into town, because I live way out in the boonies. So, and every time I get the opportunity to go into town, I forget about it. And I haven't remembered to get them. But that is really the only thing I haven't liked about these glasses. Now, all of these glasses had different brand names on them. This one is Yakto Sun. I suspect they're made in the same factory and just rebranded because the pictures looked the same. At least all the ones in this price point. And I really did not look for anything more expensive than this price point. So anyway, but they go on, and you just put them on like this. And if you're a person that doesn't like to wear things over your ears, or say this didn't fit your head appropriately, it also came with an elastic strap. It came in a nice case. I'm not going to dig all of that out right now because mine doesn't ever go back in the case. Now, I'm going to tell you that you're not going to be able to walk around in these because it's totally going to distort your vision. What it works for is bringing your work to eye level for you to work with. Okay, so play around with the lenses and where you like to hold your piece that you're working on and get the right magnification for you. I like to hold mine, and it may be habit, relatively close up. So that could be why I need it, I may end up, because I like to hold my piece there, in a little bit of a different place than where you want to hold yours. But I did not think for the game changer that this $29 and some change has been for me, I would do it in a heartbeat again. Because now all of those pieces that I said I wasn't going to be able to work on, I'm about to get started on them. The ones that I messed up, I'm going to remove the messed up stitches, and I'm going to start over on them. Because it's like a new day in my stitching realm. I need to remember to charge them. But it's nice. I don't have to buy batteries and stuff for them all the time. It comes. Now, I will say, and this is happening with a lot of electronics anymore, is it just comes with the little piece that attaches to the charge block. There's no charge block with anything anymore. And, which is a shame. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, sorry, I'm throwing the dog's ball at the same time, just kind of get her to move. Love her to death, but when she hasn't had her, she will play ball incessantly, 24 hours a day. She's one of those dogs you could, uh-oh, the ball just went under some furniture. And she may start harassing me to go get it, because I do not think it's anywhere where she can get it. I mean, she could if she wanted to, but she's a little bit afraid, of certain things. So we may have some issues here where I have to stop and come back here in a minute. Because I love her so much that I'm afraid I've spoiled her a little bit. But anyway, so that is one of my purchases. And then I have another purchase, which I went ahead because I was finding that on certain of my projects, I really wanted to be able to put my hand underneath and stitch from the top. Well, I ordered these Norge, which I already discovered that didn't really help that much with that. I actually loved the tightness of everything in them. But they, you got to have something to hold it up. or it's going to have to be your arm if you're going to put your hand underneath it and do this thing. Because what I want to do is have where I just keep a hand underneath here, and then this hand is stitching down, and you bring it up, stitch it down, bring it up. I don't know if I can get my hands to coordinate that well, but we're going to see. But I'm going to have a stand for these. Now, I do have what they call, I guess they're called like a Morgan hoop that I may try, that I've had for a while because I use it with punch needle. Until I get a stand, because the stands are fairly expensive and not in the budget right now. But I got this whole set off of Amazon, and these are really nice hoops. Now, I know a lot of people like to get the Q-snaps, but these were 22, and the Q-snaps, and I have some small projects. I wanted an assortment of size, and I may still get some Q-snaps. As a matter of fact, there's an ultra giant. I mean, it's giant. I'm not going to go too much into the detail of it. That piece that I want to do, I mean giant, that really almost needs a quilter stand. So Dritz makes a giant, it's like a Q-snap, only it's giant, big. It's not as big as a big quilter's table, big for quilting. But I would say it's the size of two, maybe three TV tables put together, TV dinner trays. I know nobody calls them that anymore. It's the size of 2 or 3 of those put together. And it's just like a giant Q-snap on legs is what it is. So I might be going to do that. It's not anything that's going to happen this week or next week, but that is a purchase, and they were $22 on Amazon. Now, I want to talk about this kit right here. That I'm going to put this kit aside. This is one of those stamped cross-stitch kits, and I got a bunch of these. I don't know the count, but probably close to around 20 of them off Marketplace. Some of them the seller gave me for free, and others they were $2. And some of them look fine, but this one, the thread has a dull yuck look to it. And this is one of the brands of those that people seem, that do this stamped cross stitch online, kind of say is one of the better ones, but I have not been impressed with it. The other thing I don't like about it is the design of it. There's just some much prettier renditions of Van Gogh's Starry, Starry Night out there. And so I found one that's a pattern that I think I'm going to it's a PDF. I think I'm probably going to download that at some point. I probably will finish this. I'm about ready because of all the different types of fiber arts that I do. And I also sell and make things for journaling. Starting, a little booth store. I don't know. May just end up being an online store, but I don't know. But I think I might finish this, and make it into a pillow to sell in my store. I think it'll look real pretty, providing it turns out okay. So that one I'm not gonna work on it for right now. I got frustrated with the way the thread looked, how hard I was working on it. There were just several things about it I didn't care for. I will finish it. I'm not one that leaves things unfinished. I just need to put it away for a while and work on something that I like more. Now, I want to talk to you about this particular kit. And this is a kit. It's not a, and I wouldn't have bought the kit actually, because I think I had all the threads to kit it out myself. But I could not find this. I love peacocks, and I could not find this particular peacock. And I love this one. I love the design and the tassels in it. If I go buy a purse, I love tassels on purses. So, and there is one that matches this. I just didn't want to spend the money for it, but I do really want it. But they're kind of expensive. Now, this kit comes out of Lithuania, and it's on, and as I said, I saw that this company has a lot of beautiful, but they're all kitted. So which, I mean, probably by the time you bought the fabric, all the thread, etc., that it's going to cost you close to that anyway. But I like the convenience of being able to buy a pattern, and then maybe if there's a sale or something, looking for things, but I mean, I like it. I like it. The thread that came with it is anchor threads, and it's on a Zweigart 8 count. Does not say the color. It's a 14 count though, and I don't want to show you the pattern, but I will tell you it's a nice pattern. It'd be really easy to do over again, except for, and this may be something that's becoming, that's in kits. I don't know. I'm not really been into kits until I got all of these pre-stamped ones to practice my stitching on. But I am going to show you the kit in enough to show you something. So you see the birds here, and it's just like all other patterns. It's got like a gray with an X in it, and that tells you to look up here and look for the gray with an X in it. So let's say, well, it tells you on here here's the insignia that's on the pattern. I just don't want to break any copyright regulations, so let's just use this one on the end. Here's the insignia that'll to be on the pattern. It shows that it wants it to be a cross stitch. It's telling you which thread to use and how many strands. But it does not give you the anchor or the DMC or any kind of color numbers on it. So if you just mess up on your thread and you need to get some more thread, that could be a little problematic. So what I've about decided I'm going to do is, if I get down to the end of any of the threads, and if I'm not sure if I need any more or whatever it is, I'm going to take a little bit of the thread and just secure it right above the insignia on here. And that way, if I want to keep this and do it again in the future, which probably I'll never do it again in the future, but what if I really liked it and then somebody came up, oh, that's beautiful, and I knew that they're, I wanted to do a gift or something for them. I think you see my point. I don't understand paying this much for something and them not having the colors on there. And I've noticed I have several kits, and they're higher end kits, and that's what they've done. Other than that, I'm very happy with the kit. The threads look nice. They're a cotton. As I said, they're anchor, which we don't really have anchor much here in the United States, but it seems pretty equivalent to DMC from what I've done so far on it. And it came with a John James needle. So now, so this is where I'm at on it. I've just gotten this corner done. Let me show you where it is in the picture. So basically, I'm right here in the picture, and down right in here is where I'm starting on the back of the bird. There's 6 sections to it, and I'm on I just started on the second one. So over in here is the first sixth of it. And then you can see where I've kind of started going past my line here, and I'm going into the second. So there's a total of 3 across the top, and then 3 across the bottom, which I haven't even started on the bottom yet. And as I said, it's on this Zweigart Ada. I'm really happy with it. It's getting very soft here, still somewhat stiff over there, but I kind of like the way it's getting soft. I started to go ahead and do the entire frame around on this one, but as you can see, it's not a solid frame. There's breaks in the frame. If you look up here, there's no frame right in this area. Then the frame starts over again, and then there's no frame here. So there's parts of it where there's no frame. So, Sweet Pie, that's a no-no. It's my dog. She's really not getting the attention. So, I didn't do all the way around on the frame. Maybe I should have. We may find out. But this is where I'm at so far. And these are just some things I need to cut off and trim. And the one thing I haven't done, there's a lot of outlining on this pattern, back stitching. And I haven't started on that yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the top part or if I'm going to wait till it's all done and go back and do the outlining. But I'm really been enjoying this so much better than that one I just showed you, the Joy Sunday Starry Night. I just have not been that happy. I just wasn't enjoying that. And I'm a person that loves Van Gogh. So now another nice thing is this came with all the threads wound on these cards. They're all numbered according to the pattern. So that's nice. I found it pretty easy to do the threads. Now, this one I have started on it. Haven't done very much on it. I don't even know if it's worth digging out to show you. Let me take a look here, how much of it I've done. It's a small piece. Let's see. And basically, all I've done is started on, I haven't made any progress since the last time I showed it to you. I've been working on the sky up here. That's where I've been. But I love it. It's a row houses in Amsterdam. No, Copenhagen. I'm sorry. Copenhagen? Along a canal, and there's a boat. You can see the reflection of the houses in the water. And this is a pre-stamped kit, as I said. It's one of those that I got for $2. And it came all threaded up. And it doesn't really give a brand of the thread. But I haven't had any issues with the thread on the other hand either. So, all right, so there is that one. The pattern has been easy to follow. I just got so far behind on some of my other non-cross-stitch projects that I've been working on those. So that's why. But you are going to see I did make pretty good progress on the peacock. I'm not going to dig this one out, but this is, you guys may remember this one from, I haven't made any more progress on it, but it is about to become a focus stitch. And that's this little pin cushion of Yellowstone, from Yellowstone National Park. Purchased it from the nonprofit gift shop there. It's made in the United States. And it's on 18 count Charles Craft fabric. And when it's done, it'll be 4 inches by 4 inches. It's a pin cushion. But I was just having a lot of trouble doing this project. And now with these jeweler's glasses, I don't think there will be any problem. So this is going to go as a focus piece. I want to see when I get done how many of those I've got. This one is definitely going to be an ongoing project, but it's not going to be a focus piece. I'm going to put it aside. It's not going to be like the Starry Nights in that I don't know when I'll pick that up again. It's just going to be in my queue of stitching to be done. So this This one is called it's from the Gold Collection from Dimensions, the Gold Collection Petites, and it's called Stacked Teacups, and it's on 18 count white Aida cloth, and it's a design by Susan Wingate, and I had started on it, and I'm working on this teacup right down here at the bottom. But there's not really, I have done more since the last time you saw it, but there's still not enough done on it. Like I say, I just got these glasses in, and I just got so excited. I've been working on the peacock one pretty much exclusively, other than the projects I'm trying to finish for a class I'm taking. So I got behind on all of those. So now being behind is transferring over to my stitching. But anyway, but this is going to be in my queue. And then once again, this is the Starry, Starry Nights. I'll go ahead and show it to you since we've got it out. I don't think I've made much progress on it since the last time I showed it to you. If you've ever looked at the Starry, Starry Nights, there's that, I guess it's a mountain in there. And then I've also got stuff done scattered throughout the picture. Whenever I had that color of thread, I don't know how she got underneath there and got that out. But anyway, so as soon as I'll get that one back in the bag. I'm about to start on this one because the person, at least one of them, and I will turn it right side up. And these are 3 different bookmarks. And I'm going to do these on a 28 count Aida. I cannot remember the color of this Aida. I mean linen, I'm sorry. It's going to be on a linen. And for me, this is very, very brave. And it's by Nikki's Creations, bookmark samplers. So they're little mini samplers. I'm going to do some changes on them because one of the gentlemen, these all are focused on scissors. So like they're for sewing. And he is not a seamstress. He is a book reader. But there is enough on it, and I can just take some of the little insignia, say, off of this one, and move it over to this one. I don't know if I can get the light right or not. You can see they all have scissors. So I'm going to make him this one. And then I'm going to take this little insignia here off the top and move it over here where the scissors are. But I'm going to make a total of 4. I think I got enough fabric with this to do that. And that's going to be an ongoing. And then this one, I've got the fabric. I've got it kitted out, at least up into 6 months of it. Other than I'm not going to do, I haven't started on it yet. I'm not going to do the Halloween one. I'm going to look through my stash. I know I've got some other patterns that would go good with this. And I'm just not a Halloween person. So I will replace the Halloween with something else. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking another Christmas one might be pretty. Just a different type. I don't really know. But they're little small pillows, or you can turn them into pin cushions. And I'm going to be, my plan is, and I had was going to do one of those a month before. And didn't because I really need to work on these quilt projects that I've got. And we'll talk about all those in another video. But I've decided to go ahead now. I'm ready to work on them. And then, all right, sweetie, you must get down. Now you stay. Okay. Now, y'all have seen this, and this is going to be an ongoing project. I have not made any progress since I last saw you on it, but this is the one that I got for $1 at a thrift store somewhere. Just a red work, and it's a sampler. And actually, all I've done is this border up here, and I'm going to show it to you. And I haven't gone through there and corrected the errors that I made yet. I did it. You may remember, if you've watched my channel before, that it came with a pure white 14 count Aida cloth. We don't know the name of the fabric. It says the pattern is called Cherry ABC. It will be a 9 by 20 inch counted cross stitch. And copyright is by Ursula Michael, so I would assume that is the name of the designer. The company is DesignWorks. Who knows how old this is? I mean, where did you ever find a kit for $15.99, much less $7.99? The thread seems to be of decent quality. I don't know what thread it is. But you're going to immediately, and I'm not going to go through there and point them out, but you're going to immediately see my errors. But I really like it. I'm going to fix the errors, and it'll be my first sampler. So I'm quite happy with that. So there's that, and that's going to be an ongoing work. Now, I'm about to start some as well. I had shown you in the past a project that I wanted to get started on, and it was a mystery project. And it was out of this issue of this magazine has gone defunct, but it was out of this issue because I want to do this, stitch this picture as well, but that's another day, another time. But it's called The Gift of Stitching, and this is from the project that I'm going to do is from their very first issue that came out in February of 2006. And what it is there's a lot of samplers in these Gifts of Stitchery books. Those of you that got in, it was before Christmas or right around there. I think they had been selling their magazines, digital copies online. I don't know when they stopped producing their magazine in reality. I think the magazine lasted about 4 years, 3 or 4 years. And then it got to where they still had it for sale for many years as on digital format. And you could go buy one or groups of them or however they were selling it. And they decided they were going to close their doors. I think in February is actually when it was. And so they started selling. We could buy the entire set of all of their magazines in digital form for $28.90, something like that. And I thought, wow, and I am really happy I did it. I was worried I was getting a scam. You know how it is. But it wasn't a scam, and I've been very happy with it. And one of the first things I'm going to do about it, and this was in that first issue, is a mystery sampler. And of course, I don't want to show you the chart, but this picture here will kind of give you an idea. This is going to be and you do a section of it every month until you're done. And and I'm going to get started on this for May. I've been going to get started on it for a while, and I didn't have the right fabric for it. And then once I got the fabric, the whole eye thing happened, said I don't want to spend money as much as all this fabric especially, but everything together just adds up. And I was messing things up right and left, and these jeweler's glasses have been a game changer for me. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to start on this one. And it's just a sampler. You don't know what it's going to look like other than what you see there. And then you have, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It should take 5 months if I'm able to complete a section of it every month. And that's how it's designed. And the designer of it is Yvonne Horn, who lives in France. My last name is Horn as well, so that was another thing that intrigued me about it. And they've got options for different ways to do it, but I am choosing the 28 count, and I'm doing it on. I'm going to be doing it on this Fiber on a Whim. Let me take it out of the package. And I've got the thread all kitted out. I'm using DMC threads, but it's Fiber on a Whim. I like it. I like the kind of muted, imperfect color of it. It's Fiber on a Whim. I think I ordered this from Fat Quarter Shop. Hand dyed 28 count Laguna Even Weave, and it's the Moonstone. It's called. And it says the finished product when you're using a 28 count in the United States, it'll be 14.2 inches by 14.2 inches. So overseas, if you happen to have gotten in on this deal with the magazine, it's 36 by 36 centimeters when it's finished. And so this piece is plenty big. It's 18 inches by 25 inches. So I should have enough left over for maybe a small or something. So that is what I'm going to use for this mystery sampler. And out of here, put all of this together. And as I said, I've got, oh, that's the wrong one. Where did I put the baggie for this one? Well, I'll put that one in its baggie later. Okay. And then at some point, I want to do this picture. This is a full coverage picture. I might do it after I get the sampler done. I don't know. What I want to do is have a art replica piece going all the time. Like, kind of a replica of a masterpiece. Now, this is not the woman that did this. Actually, that's how she started out doing her cross stitches. She loved cross stitching masterpiece replicas. All right, let me put this down here. Masterpiece replicas. And then she started doing her own paintings. And this is one of her own paintings. I do not know how that scribble happened. I did that, I think, on my phone when I was messing with it to print it out. My printer is broken down now. Can't print all of them out, but anyway, so I want to do that. These magazines have several of the famous designers in here. I'm just shocked at the quality of patterns that are in here and how many are in here. There's always the mystery going on every month. And then there's usually another sampler in each one. Then there's smalls and littles. And then there's things to give you inspiration from the designers and stuff. So now when you print the patterns out, they're all in black and white. But she's got some smalls, and there's usually some key fobs. Like in this particular same magazine, here's another small sampler. There's multiple projects in each one. So, but this one here that I want to do is called Lady Sewing. It's called Woman Sewing by Lamplight. And if you look at it closely, she is sewing. Back here in the background, there's a child sleeping in the bed. I just think it's going to be beautiful. Just gorgeous. I kind of can't wait to start on that. Now, I had several of those stamped kits going that I told you about that I got for $2. I haven't really done anything on this one other than the same rows. Can't even tell that it's done. I guess I'll get it out and show it to you, but it's kind of repetitive. To show it to you, because it's just in one of the corners. I'm a corner starter. It's one of the things I am learning. And there's some more of this red done throughout on the canvas. I'm kind of one of these people that I'll start with the red, and then I won't do, I try to work within a certain square, a certain section, divided up into sections. And then I love florals. So anyway, and so there are some reds done, more reds on there. They're just hard to see because of the nature of it, since the pattern is printed. But here's what the actual, like I say, I love florals. Here is what it will actually look like when it's all done. Okay, and that is a pre-stamped kit. And that is not going to be one of my ongoings, but it is going to be in my, it's not going to be some of my most important ones, but it is in my queue of things to work on. Now this one is the same way. I really like this one, actually. The problem with this one is this is one of the ones I got for free, and I think she must have removed some of the pictures, like so you can see what they're going to look like when they get done. So I'm going to do my best to show you this, but you can see all there is this little tiny little picture there, and it's a floral, and then it has the pattern, which is actually a giant sticker, which I don't want to show you the pattern. That would be a copyright breach, but it's got this on the back, and you can stick it on something, which I'm not certain. I might keep that one in my ongoing, actually, because it's a quick stitch, and I will be able to get it done pretty quickly. I've already done something with the packaging of it. All right, so we'll figure, oh, here it is. All right, so we'll put that there. Now this one, I have started on this one, and this is definitely going to be an ongoing. This is a Lori Holt, and I want to do her entire series of this. This is number 1 of the 12, and I'm also going to be doing her quilt, which is this hometown quilt. Now, she has the quilt out for machine embroidery. I'm doing the applique quilt. And I'm going to do that probably as a machine done quilt. I do hand quilting, but I'm a beginner at the hand quilting. But in this case, I think I want to try, I've never done machine applique, so on this quilt, I'm going to try machine applique. But I also just love the idea of doing these cross-stitch samplers. Now, this is one of the ones I'm going to have to take down. But let me go, because I got it and I started on it like some sort of an idiot before I got my vision things fixed. So, so this is what it looks like when it's done. And I'm going to pre-kit all of them out from Fat Quarter Shop because I want all of the fabrics to match on all 12 of them. But you can see, I don't think once I really get going on it, it's going to take that long. I think she's giving everybody a couple of months. They actually have one of their clubs going with this. I did not join the club. One, I came along late. But, you know, if you ever have any financial issues and then you've joined all these clubs or blocks of the month, it can be, that's a little problematic. But I did like ordering all the fabric and the thread from her. The thread was no more than me going up and buying it. And it was all kitted out that way with the thread. Now the fabric is an even weave, and it's where Lori Holt actually worked with Zweigart Fabrics and Riley Blake Designs, and has her a cross-stitch fabric line available. And now, as best I can figure out, these may not be called the same thing in the Zweigart line. But these colors are also available in the Zweigart line. But for Lori, they're called Farmhouse. And that's the only color attached to them. And it is a 25 count even weave, Laguna even weave. And it's a 19 by 27 inch piece of fabric. And you're going to see, man, I messed up. Now, I started on the top half. So this is, and I think I showed this in a previous video, actually. Like, this is the top half of the door, and this is the door handle, this little square right here. And I actually did okay until I started working with this pink thread on the center. And it's just a mess looking. So I want to take this lighter pink here. I want to take all the lighter pink out. I'm not unhappy with the rest of it, but there was just something with the way my eyes were working. And I'll be going along and it looks okay. And then for some reason it's just a mess. And so that was the thing that made me say, you know, before I spend a lot of money on any more even weave, any more linen, let me get this. Wait until but now with those glasses, those jeweler's glasses, I feel like I'm fine. I can do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that pink out and I'm going to continue working with this one. Now, I'm going to talk to you about a giveaway with this line of patterns. I have a pattern. It's not the same pattern, but another one that I had ordered for me to do, and I ordered 2 of them. That's coming up. I'm going to talk about it, about 2 different giveaways and what we're going to need to do to have those giveaways happen. And those are going to about to be shown to you. Now, okay, here's the one I couldn't find. I don't know how many of you have done any of the Thea Governor kits. They're beautiful kits. They're very expensive, and they do just like that other kit that I brought up to you. They just flat out put on theirs. The color numbers are not available. I think they're not wanting you to stitch this again. And they're not wanting you to sell the pattern or give the pattern away once you have stitched it. But boy, do they have some beautiful patterns, especially cityscapes, and then some really cool samplers. Like, if you look on the back of here, I really would love to do this one. Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. It's a sampler. But anyway, what I did was I wanted to have, I'm going to end up with 2 Christmas projects ultimately. One of them is in that magazine that I told you that I bought. And then this one. And they're going to be in my line of things that I work on. I have not started on this. I'm going to take it out so that you can see it a little bit better. And it comes with DMC and Ada fabric. This one was comes from Holland. And it's another one of those cases where you get the DMC thread. It's branded as DMC thread. But it doesn't tell you, I better careful here, it doesn't tell you the numbers. It just shows the little insignia and which thread goes with which insignia. Let me show you. Like I said, I don't want to show you the pattern. I'm going to show you the picture that goes with this one. But see, it's DMC, but it doesn't tell you the number. So I'm planning on doing the same with this one. If I get down low on it, I'll take a little bit of the thread and put it above. On this one, maybe I'll even tie it above the insignia here, because see, there's a little hole. And then I can take it up and try to match it. But I'm hoping there's enough thread here. If I make a mistake and I've got to cut any of it out, I'm just hoping that, yeah, so this particular kit was another, it was not cheap. It was expensive. And I'm sure part of it was the shipping. But it's Thea Governor. I'll show you, that's the brand name. I don't know if it's going to show up backwards or not. And this is it. Now, a lot of hers do have the designer name on it, because Thea Governor is a company. And it was a woman a long time ago who started out as a cross-stitcher and then formed her own company. And I don't even think she's around anymore. I think she's long passed away. But, and now there's other people carrying on in her stead. But this one, most of them have the name of the designer, but she has some beautiful florals. But this one does not. A lot of them you can choose between the black fabric or a pure white fabric. I haven't seen any of them with other colors of fabric. And I chose the black, knowing that this was going to be a visual problem for me. But once again, thinking I was going to start on it once I had my eye procedure done. Because it's, the thread count on this one, I found it. And that was another thing. It's just hard to find all of that stuff. It came also with the John James needle in the kit. And then you can tell how big this is going to end up being, even though I haven't read it to you yet. It's a big piece. And it opens up, it's much longer. Yeah, this is it opened halfway up. See, it's a big piece once it gets done, and it's a big sampler. But it tells you ahead of time, you know, like don't call us and ask for the DMC things. We're not going to give them to you. But it is saying when it's done, it will be 23.6 inches by 23.6 inches. It's divided up into 12 sections. See how many pieces. There's one more page beside this. It's just a partial page. This is how many pages there are, though. It's a lot. I am no color numbers available. I think the instructions, you only stitch with one strand. This whole thing is stitched with one strand. But I'm trying to find the Ada count on it, and I have not been able to find it. It's probably right in front of me. Because it is Ada. But I think it's 18 or 20. It's really small. Trying to see. Sweetie, you need to stop this, okay? Mama is not going to play right now. She's busy. Let's see if it says on one of the DMC things. Nope, just thread. It's just called Christmas Design. Yeah, it does not say the count that I can find anywhere on it. It's very small. Anyway, so these are all what, and I've been on here before showing you things. Oh, I'm going to start. And I keep changing my mind on it. But right now that I've got these jeweler glasses things figured out, I feel pretty well set in that. I don't feel like that is going to change again. And then some of them I'm just going to work on more frequently. Exactly which ones they are may be different than what I think it is right now. I'm going to work on them as I enjoy them. But I'm the type of person that needs to have some things completed. I'm going to get bored with it real quick if things are taking me years. Now, I'm purposely going to be ordering one that I know is going to take years. You'll see. Now, I have some giveaways coming up when my channel hits some milestones. And one is for when I get 50 subscribers. And I need for it to stay at 50 for about a week. And everybody's going to have to been subscribed for at least a week when it happens. But just watch and I'll let you know when there's going to be a giveaway. And the first one is for 50 subscribers. And there's this Tula Pink Renaissance Ribbon Designer Pack. Very high-end ribbons. Very expensive if you've ever ordered them. I do not know if this is even still available anymore. A lot of bag makers love the Tula Pink ribbons. And this is a set. It's a total of 5 yards. And these are woven ribbons. They are not printed. So they're a very high-end, high-quality ribbons. And you're going to get an entire designer pack. I have a pack for myself as well. And then I have this pack here that's going to be the giveaway for 50 subscribers when we hit that. And once we hit that, we got a double. We're only at about 28 now, I think. We'll see. But when we hit 50, and it stays that way for a week, then we will be giving that away. And then I'll let you know how we're going to do the giveaway. And then I bought myself one of these patterns, the sunflower. It's part of Lori Holt's collection for the hometown neighborhood, as I said. But this is for the cross stitch one set. And this one is the number 4 out of 12. But it's a sampler, and it's the sunflower house. And it's the pattern. And I'll give away this pattern. It's brand new, unused pattern. And I'm going to give it away once we hit 100 subscribers. And it stays at 100 for a week. Okay? So y'all pass around about my channel. I know it's not the best channel in the world. I know I have a lot to learn about setting up my background so that it's not boring. What I need to show you so that it's not boring. And all of that. But we do have some giveaways coming up. The other thing I wanted to tell you is this channel is not just going to be cross stitch. I will always have the floss tube at the very beginning so that those who are here just for the floss tube do not have to stay for the other hand stitching components. I just have decided to do hand stitching. Now this one is a long video. There's going to be times they're all mixed together on one video if there's not much to say. And then other times they're going to be separated out. This one, since so much had changed, not that I've gotten that much stitching done. The main place I've gotten stitching done is on the peacock, as I said. I mean, I was so excited I was able to do that peacock. I just start because of the, yeah, I just, at the speed I was doing it, that is like 2 days worth of stitching that I've done there, 2 evenings, and just totally shocked once you can see what all you can do. I mean, it was like amazing to me. I know that I'm going to be doing the sampler of the month. And I may work on that one once a month until that section is done for the month. I don't know how that's going to go yet. We will see. But I've got that one all kitted out. As you can see, I've got a number of them kitted out. I really wanted to be able to order some fabric for some of the others to get started, but you know, I'm not really spending a lot of money right now. I'm using things that I already have. So, also, you're going to be seeing me make some project bags because I want to take my things out of these plastic bags. Not so much every project that I have here, but things that that I have in the work in progress basket. I want to have those in project bags. I just, because you're pulling them in and out. Once you start doing too much with them, it's hard to get them back in the plastic Ziplocs that they come in. And really, they're not made to hold all the thread, all the fabric and everything. Like I say, it bulks out as you start working on it. It never fits in there quite right again. And some of this stuff, once it gets to a certain stage, I don't want to fold it. I want to roll it. And the other thing I want to apologize is I'm not really planning on ironing mine before I do presentations. One, you would be ironing it every time you came on and did a floss tube, but I know there's people that do that. I just am afraid it's going to flatten out my stitches and, do something. I want to wait and iron it when I'm done with it and I'm ready to fully finish it. So, what I will do is sort of a celebration when I get one done is I'll iron it. So you saw my small piece right now is the Yellowstone. But I'm about to start on that little book of smalls that I showed you. And those will be my minis. And I'm going to get one of those done a month. I will be doing that, and then I will also get the mystery of the month. I will get the stitching for that done every month. The rest of it, we're going to take it as it comes and goes, and what I'm getting tired of and what I'm not. I don't think I'm ever going to be one of these people that has 60 things going at one time. One lady, I watched her floss tube, and I loved it. I had a ball watching it, but she had 60 items going. And I think I can totally understand her doing that. But for me, because I do other things, I just couldn't do it. To me, just the disorganization in my brain that it's going to cause, it's just, I wouldn't succeed at it. I would get frustrated with myself and stop. But this stack here are going to be my main ones that I expect to make project on all of these every week. So that's number 1, 2, 3. Actually, those are all the minis. So one of those. So let's count that as 1. Then 2. They're all part of that. This one is kitted out, but that's number 3. 4. So I'm going to have 4 is my main stitches. And kind of keep it that way. I may end up with more than one of those minis going at a time. I don't know. But there's going to be 4 for right now. And then what I'll do, actually, no, this will make 5. So that'll be 5. And then the other 2, I'll just pull some out at random. and work on them. Probably pick one of them. Probably one of the other florals out of those, because they're all kitted out, for one thing. It needs to be something that's already kitted out that I pick out, because like I say, I'm not buying anything right now. I've got so much. You know, I don't see the point. But I will buy patterns if I come across patterns I really like. And then I'll kit them out later. Now, when I get ready to purchase more of this hometown neighborhood, the houses of Lori Holtz, I will probably kit those out as I purchase them, because I want all the fabrics to match. And she's got her fabric for those set up like that. So that is the floss stitch number 6. And once again, this is May the 6th of 2025. And we'll see y'all at the next video. Bye-bye.